Oh, yes, it's the Date Master. And yes, we're back again with another banger here. Tonight, we're going to dive into her ego. And we're going to break down why her ego influences her vindictive nature. See, there's this thing called transference. And usually, you're going to get this from a master manipulator, a gaslighter, a person who wants to be, I guess you would call this person narcissistic in some cases. What this does is basically they're looking for the person that they know will listen, they know will give them the most encouraging words, who is going to deliver them from accountability. They handpick the people, and a lot of women do this with their men. If you're in a boyfriend situation, husband situation, 9 times out of 10, you're in a beta position. See, it's so much conversation taking place at one time, you get caught up in the bullshit. It is so much conversations by so many different people, and I come to have an epiphany about these things. This is why I do not have the back and forth with women about relationships on social media anymore. I only will talk to maybe one or two women, period, when it comes to relationship dynamics, just to discuss the dating issues between men and women in today's time anyway. I no longer engage. Now, I'll speak with my guys, some men. We'll talk about certain things, but as far as the relationship talk and with women, it's a dub. It is a wrap. Women handpick these guys who are in these weak positions to unload their day to show them that they were more so the victim, how they were treated unfairly. They're not really going to mention what they did wrong to even put themselves or find themselves in that position. You see? So a lot of the times when a man gets off work, I seen this on a clip, I think it was a TikTok. The guy was talking about, hold on, I just got in from work. Don't unload your day on me. This is where you have the emotional cheating. This is a thing. It starts off as emotional, but a lot of times the relationships have went through so much and has had so much time invested. The husband is pretty much it's like talking to a brick wall. So the woman, she wants to find someone new, someone that's going to comfort her or pretty much, again, excuse her liability. So when she cheats, when she does what she does out of spite, a lot of times the cheating is not always infidelity. The cheating is doing something that I said I would not do, whether that's disrespect, whether that is undermining you, whether that is talking in a condescending manner to you. It's not always rooted in infidelity. But here in this land, the American woman has an ego that is out of this world. And not even just the women that are American. You have women that are transports from other countries who have been indoctrinated with the American and the feminist ideology. So you think, you hear these phrases, I'm going to get my lick back. What do you think this stems from? What do you think the phrase, I'm going to get my lick back, comes from? It comes from having people in your business. Because best believe, you just saw it with the Fabulous situation. This woman, G Herbo's girl, out of pocket, and should be issuing a public apology to him and Emily because you're out of pocket. But this goes from when women go to the friends telling them the business. Telling them the business. You're going to wreck your ship every time. You're going to wreck your ship every time. Because now the friends have a different opinion and perspective about you already. In their mind, they're more, in a lot of cases, these women are single. Normally the relationships, if a relationship tanks, it is because there's a group of friends who do not have relationships or who are in relationships with non-productive men or men who they do not seem or view as valuable. until he leaves, or until he levels up. So she is championing the woman, making it seem as if she's better than him. So in that instance, her ego is inflated, and she's angered because she's thinking you have, or she's been cheated on by a lesser man. She's been done a certain way by a man of lower value. So her ego influences her vindictive nature. This is why her cheat back or getting her lick back is more strategic. It is more planned. It is more of what she thinks is going to be. A lot of cases, it does not pan out to what she thinks it is going to be in her mind. She has to give you that. She has to redistribute that pain. And not the pain from something that you did, but the pain from her friends telling her that she is better than you. And I'm going to jump a few skips back to my previous point about these relationships in this conversation. Real is very, very, very rare. I'll say that again. Real is very, very rare. You know how you can tell something is real? It is very different from what you've seen. It is uniquely different. You cannot put your finger on it. You cannot measure it. You can't measure it. Real is very rare. So you see these people having these conversations always in the camera. The realest people are not on the internet talking shit every chance that they get. And if they are on the internet, they're giving you information of value. They're giving you gems. They're giving you things that are going to help you develop and better yourself. They're not just talking shit to hear themselves speak. Her ego influences her vindictive nature. Her ego is telling her to get back at you and cheat with a guy that, only wants to conquer her. See, that's why you can't win the cheating game. She can't beat you at the relationship game. She can't beat you at that. She can have as many sex partners as the Million Man March, but that's only going to do damage to her. Real is very rare. So if you see everybody and they're trying to put off that they're real and that this and this and that, you have to make sure that you know what you're looking at. The real is distinctly different, that everything about it distinguishes itself from the fake. Everything about it, the way they talk, the way they move, the way they carry themselves, what they're interested in, the way they respond, everything about them is uniquely different from the rest. So you see these women posing, talking. All you have to do is just do a social media scan and line it up with some other chicks, some other thought type, content creators. Just line them up and look at and just do the profile. Same pictures, same purse, same phone, same pose, same car, same eateries, same travel destinations. They're bots. But they'll look you in the face and make you think, or have you thinking, that they're the realest thing since authentic jerseys. They're not. Her ego is her biggest downfall, and this is going to ruin a lot of women. It is already taking place. Her ego is going to destroy her, the relationship, and if you're not careful, it'll also destroy you. If you're a Christian or whatever, just get into the Quran, the Bible, whatever biblical text, and just some novels. You'll see how the woman destroyed the man because of her own ego, because of her over infatuation with self, because she's getting likes, she's getting this attention, she's getting all of this, treatment. She's going to ruin herself, and she will ruin you in the process, because she cannot go by herself. So again, this is why you hear these conversations. I got to get my lick back. I'm gonna cheat back. This, that, and the third. If you're in a relationship and you get caught cheating, you need to own up to it. And in most cases, if you're caught cheating, meaning you were hiding it, you need to leave, because you just don't get caught cheating. They go through snooping. They're looking for this to give them a reason to do what they've been contemplating on doing. So if you're ever in a situation and it comes out and you've been lying, and you need to leave, because she's going to punish you for it, because she's going to take that information to her friends, family, and they're going to minimize you to make it seem as if she's way better than you. Therefore, she must get retribution by getting her lick back. And it's only going to make it sour, because if you find out, you'll try to, cope with it. Okay, I cheated too, so I guess you could cheat back. We the same. I'm a man, you a woman. We could do the same. No, no. Ladies, I always tell you, if you have a father or parents that raise you to think that you can be a man and move like a man, and you're currently operating that fashion, go and cuss them out. You need to go and tell them they ruined you, because more likely than not, they did. Because no man is. If I want my woman to act, behave, and think like me, wouldn't I just be with a man? Oh, well, let me guess. You got the vagina, so that makes you magical. I got the. Shut that shit up. All of you do not have that fire and that Niagara Falls like you think you don't. That shit is average at best. It's average at best. But her ego is going to influence her nature to destroy the relationship, because she has to make sure the scoreboard. These women go into these relationships and they keep score. You notice that they keep score sexually, and they keep score from an argument and a financial standpoint as far as paying for things. She's going to count how many times she has to come out of pocket. She's going to count how many times you come out of pocket. She's going to count how many times you make her orgasm. She's going to count how many times she makes you. They just keep these scores because they want to compete, and they're going to lose every time. They're going to lose every time. It's the transference of this toxic energy. The real, that loyal, that faithful feminine, it's not going to be confused with the fake. It's not going to look, talk, walk, dress. It is not going to resemble anything that you see on a daily basis. I can promise you that. That's why when you go into the Gucci store, the Louis store, it does not look like Macy's. The checkout process is not like Macy's. It's a different process. This is how you know you have something real. It is distinctively different from what you've had and from what you've observed and seen. But for those of you who are familiar with Power, you see the Tasha St. Patrick and the Ghost with Angela and the son, 50 Cent's son she had an affair with. She got fed up because he was lying about it. Instead of coming clean, being Ghost, being the self-made guy, he wanted to lie and creep around, and therefore he was punished for that. You get a woman and she has an ego, you're more likely going to lose. She has that feminist ego, that I'm the prize ego, that I'm better than you complex. You're going to lose with that one. You need to get out of that immediately. The moment you identify it. Again, as a man, it has to be iron fist. There's no wiggle room. There is no room for barter, compromise, nor negotiation. It's either my way or the highway. But I feel there is a need for a part 2 to this video. You guys let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.